Real talk. No bull. Real talk. We're putting it all on the table. You know what to do.
I've got Coke.
41, here we are.
Yep. What did you just say before? Up the bum, no babies.
41, up the bum, no babies.
Up the bum, no babies.
No, that's a bit rough.
It is.
That's a bit rough, mate.
The dirt road always is.
Fucking Jesus.
It's only rough if there's no Vaseline.
Oh, man.
Yeah, buddy.
We're starting off on this note. Jesus.
Just tears.
Yeah. Hey, welcome everybody. Sorry for that smut straight off the bat. Braden, you know, it's all right if we say things off. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll say it on the air.
Oh,
We'll say it on the air. That's how we do it. That's how we roll.
all right.
Just fix up the mic.
But welcome. We have a guest in the studio tonight, Nathan Kelly. Welcome, bud.
Thank you.
How are we, man?
Nervous, but excited at the same time.
You're a good man. We don't bite.
No, not hard.
Nah.
Unless you ask.
Maybe just a little nibble.
That's all right. I don't mind it.
Yeah. So what's been going on this week, big dog?
Oh, me? I thought you
Yeah.
were still talking. Oh, you are, but...
Yeah, I'm just going around the table here.
What's going on this week? Not much, man.
Not much.
Just working. Just working and parent life.
Yep.
Just navigating those waters.
Oh.
They're fucking... It's hard at the moment, mate. It is hard.
Well, we're in a pre-teen phase, mate. We're in the tweens phase at the moment. You have a 10-year-old daughter, as do I.
I get that, yeah.
And,
Absolutely.
We're in a tween phase. Something my wife said to me the other day, which kind of really actually hit home for me a little bit, was because obviously my wife's a female. I have two daughters, so she's been there, you know, been a preteen female,
Being a female, yep.
pubescent female.
Yep.
She said girls from the age of about 11, 12 to about 14, 15, they lose their shine a little bit. And it's not because they want to, it's because their body's going through such massive, big hormonal shifts that and because of how old they are, they don't really know how to manage these things that are going on inside them just yet, you know. And so she said, you know, don't be too hard on her about certain things. And I said, yeah, okay. I got to try and really just wind it back a little bit, just dial it back a little bit. You know, you guys know I'm big on accountability, ownership, and so I try and teach my kids this as well. But yeah, me and my older daughter, we're having this bit of head clash at the moment. She thinks I come down on her harder than I do my younger daughter, and more so than the younger daughter. And I said, well, maybe I do a little bit, because I think you need to set a better example, and you know you're the older you're the older sister, better. and you should know a little bit better. You got a few more years up your sleeve, you know. So, but yeah, we're just, you know, it's all new. It's new for her. It's new for us as parents. It's, you know, we're all figuring it out. You'll get there one day. You got two boys.
Two boys, yep. 4 and 6.
Yeah. So I mean, you'll just have to, you know, just sword fights.
Yeah.
And you know, in the bathroom stall.
To be honest, with the ex-wife, she also has two older kids as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What are they, 12 and 14 now?
Oh, okay, yeah.
12 and 15 now, as of Friday.
Yep. So you navigated that for a little bit.
15-year-old daughter, 12-year-old boy. So yeah, the teenage.
Yeah, okay.
I was dealing with that for a few years.
Yeah.
So I understand.
Yeah.
There you go.
I get it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, there you
14
go.
going on 21.
Oh,
Man.
Oh, yeah.
It's not wrong.
Yes.
Now the boy's turned. He was the angel.
He was the angel.
He was the angel, and now he's... I don't know. I don't know who he is anymore. Yeah.
You guys all right up there? You're making a lot of noise there,
come on.
Dean. Calm down in the back there, mate. In the cheap seats. Nah, awesome. So tonight, Nathan, we're just going to go through a bit of your backstory, a bit of your life. You grew up in NZ.
Yep.
Then you joined the army. Then you ended up in Australia. You're a divorced dad now with 50-50 custody of your kids. Yep. Which is awesome. And so yeah, we're just going to go through it. I mean, to be fair, you're a normal guy like most of us.
Try to be.
we've all got a story,
Yep.
but a lot of the time when guys are going through stuff, we all feel very alone, right? But you know, by you being here and you sharing your story, you know, like I was saying before, you know, like we share our stories, and if it can help one person, then that's great, you know. Yeah.
But on that, let's back it up a bit.
Oh.
We're gonna do what was it where you were heading?
Well, yeah, I was getting there, but
Oh,
you know,
okay, anyway.
that's okay. That's okay.
Whoops.
I'm used to you jumping the gun. You know, I'd hate to be your wife.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
I feel for her.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah. No, it's true. I would hate to be married to me.
Yeah. No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say that.
No. Okay. I would.
You're a pretty decent bloke, bro.
Yeah. 100%.
Getting there.
100%.
Getting there.
And I'm sure all our avid listeners and
The herd?
followers, the herd,
herd.
would
herd.
agree, mate. Would agree.
Yeah, I hope so.
You're a decent fella, mate.
I'm trying. That's all we can do.
You're a top 3 husband in this room.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, shall we crack into everybody's favourite segment?
What ripped your undies?
Here we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Hopefully it comes out good this week.
All right. So, I will start, but I am not going to do one from me this week. I got sent one by our top fan,
Yeah, absolutely.
Matt Quinton.
Yep. Numero uno.
He sent me one the other day, and I thought I would share that on his behalf.
Okay.
Okay, so he said, "What rips your undies? Aircons in hotels not working.
Yeah.
Aircon is flashing 12 different error codes. Fuck this. No one at reception. Key was sourced through a lockbox. Damn it." And he's up Gladstone ways for the week.
Is that? I don't even know where that is. Is it?
It's like 7-hour drive north.
Oh, so it's tropic.
Mackay.
Yeah.
Highway.
okay.
Yeah, getting up those ways.
Somewhere in between there.
But the silver lining
You'd be sweating bullets.
to this was he said his trademark fucking you. After being in central Queensland, aluminium smelter all day, we got back to the apartment and the aircon is on.
Oh, that's a win.
That's a win. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That is you take that.
Take that.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. I said, fucking win.
Yeah,
There's nothing worse than being up there with no aircon in a
So,
room.
yeah,
Sucks,
so that-
I know.
Or
That's
the
a-
aircons where like I've been in hotels where the aircon won't turn off.
Oh, yeah. It's just on
freezer.
16 the whole time. So that was mine on behalf of Matty Q this
So
week.
I actually have a little information fact about
I
that
thought you were just
aluminum
about I thought
refinery.
you were just about to hit us with.
Okay, I have one as well
Oh, you've got one
for
too.
that, but you start with yours.
Okay, we've all got one.
So that I'm assuming he's talking about the Boyd Island refinery just out of Gladstone.
Yeah.
It is the large, or at least was the largest refinery in the world, or largest aluminum refinery, and my stepdad was the head dude behind it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Rad. And it uses 20% of all of Queensland's power source.
I
That's
did not
messed
know
up.
that.
Yeah.
Knowledge fucked.
But
Yeah.
they have their own power station.
Oh. So they have their own power station and they also use 20% of.
Well, they use that's just information
Oh, okay.
Matty passed on.
Well,
So-
Matty, we need you to.
Yeah. But he's a mega factory nerd, so he loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it looked pretty cool. He sent me some photos today, and it looked like it'd be an awesome place to have like a gel blasting tournament inside
absolutely.
those factories, like apocalyptic sort of shit. You know, it'd be rad.
Yeah, but you need like 200 people,
Yeah.
100-man teams for
Oh.
the size of that factory to like
Hard
just
out,
go
man.
nuts on it.
Hard
That'd be
out.
awesome.
Yeah,
Tee it up.
Capture the flag.
Capture the
Yeah.
flag.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. All right, who's up next?
Not me, because I'm still thinking of one.
All right, Nathan.
Well, I was trying to think of one all day after you messaged me to say to come on. So driving here, the roadworks at North Lakes on the M1 there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Going through, I'll sit on 84, 85. I stay under the 10%, so there's no camera flashing or anything like speeding tickets. There's nothing worse than a guy who's up your ass trying to do the speed limit, passes you on the inside lane, gets to the 100, and then sits on 95 k's an hour.
Yeah.
It is fucking annoying.
Yeah, that is annoying.
It's like, don't
Yeah.
pass me and race through a roadworks and then not do the speed limit when you get out the other side.
That's
yeah,
right.
you want to keep flying, mate. Keep flying. Otherwise, that shit's
Yeah.
me. But the thing, then I think to myself, but are they using like Waze or are they using their speedometer? Because I don't know about you, but I know I use Waze. Waze.
What's that? What do you mean? What's Waze?
Are you
I don't know. You tell me.
You haven't used Waze? It's like Google Maps, but better. But I think it's owned by Google Maps
Oh,
now.
no, I don't use Waze.
Used to be better.
Isn't Waze the one that like hooks up with like your map plus your music, and it's like a
I don't know. I don't know what it does, but it tells you where everything is.
Yeah, but Google Maps now will also tell you your speed cameras and everything.
Yeah, but when the way it tells you in what lanes you need to be in, it's all
And
crazy.
Waze in particular is actually, at least a couple of years ago, the least efficient routing of Google Maps, Apple Maps, and Waze.
All right, this is some riveting.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
so basically what you're saying is just stick to Google Maps.
Yeah.
No, I'm Waze all the way. But it's the same company now.
Yeah, see, I never heard of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Just use Google Maps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for everyone now tuning in, wake up.
Wake
Wake up. Put your little makeup. Yep. Yep.
All right, and yours?
Ah, shit.
Oh, I'm going to throw one in here.
Okay, cool.
What
Yeah,
rips
give-
my undies
give-
is this fucking microphone stand.
What's wrong with that?
Just shit, mate.
Well, I'm coming in hot with a set one too.
Okay.
These fucking chairs.
All right, yeah.
These chairs. We need new
It's been the
chairs.
bane
we need
of
a-
our existence.
Yeah. My ass is sore.
Is it?
Yeah. And then sitting on this chair makes it worse.
Yeah.
I just made a gay joke. But anyway, no, but seriously, I can feel it right now. It is painful. And
Must
I
be
don't-
nice to have cushions on your chairs.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You'd think that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Dean's got the.
Oh, he's got the
rough
bar
end of He's got
stools.
the bar stools. Got
Yeah,
the
they
rough ass
sucked.
bar stools.
They sucked,
Yeah,
man.
so
Yeah.
yeah, poor Dean.
Enjoy that.
Yeah.
We'll have to get you a one of those pregnancy or
We need to
hemorrhoid
get.
cushions.
Yeah, I was just about to say we need to get you the hemorrhoid cushion.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do need one of them.
Yep.
Explains why it's itchy.
Yeah. There's cream out there for that, mate.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But anyway,
Anyway.
no more smart talk.
Okay.
Let's do it.
There we
Let's rip the band-aid off. Let's fucking
That's all right.
get cracking into 41.
So Nathan, you grew up in NZ.
Yep.
Where'd you grow up, man?
So I grew up all over the show. I was born in Palmerston North.
Yeah.
I think by the time I was 5, we'd already moved from there to New Plymouth to Napier. I spent a short period of time in Napier where I started primary school, and then we moved to Dunedin from there.
Fuck, there's a big shift.
Yeah.
Why did you keep moving all the regions?
So what I would usually refer to as my sperm donor, but for this I will refer to as my father. He was a big shot radio jockey.
It's the chairs, man.
No, I'm getting stitch. I'm getting, what do you call it?
Cramps.
Cramp.
Oh,
It's the chairs.
Has to be right now, doesn't it?
If anyone's got some chairs or couches, hit us up.
Yeah, so my father was a radio jockey,
okay.
radio announcer, so we moved a lot for his job.
Yep. What radio station?
I honestly can't tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, we moved that much. It was obviously always changing.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I never
yeah,
understood why. I never figured out why either.
Yeah.
Even my brain's tried to work it out in the past, but I still couldn't figure out why we were moving so much. It was every couple of years.
Yeah.
So yeah, moved from Napier to Dunedin, did pretty much 90% of my primary school in Dunedin, and then moved to Palmerston North. Sorry, backtracking a little bit. My parents split when I was 7, while I was still in Dunedin. And then yeah, moved to Palmerston North where I did what we old school call intermediate.
Yep.
Which,
Which is for the Australians when you're at 11 and 12. In New Zealand, you go to intermediate. It's
Yeah,
called
so that's like
intermediate.
year what, 7 and 8,
6 and 8, 6 and 7
6 and
here.
7,
Yeah.
6 and 7. That's right. Yeah,
7.
year 6 and 7. And then from there, at the time I was living with my father. My brother and I didn't like the situation. It wasn't a very nice situation that we were in. So we decided to make the move to live with mum. And then from there we moved to Rotorua.
Yeah.
And then went to Rotorua Boys High School there.
Yep.
Did 3 years of high school there before we moved again to Christchurch.
All right. Yeah, jumping all over there.
So, yeah, I
Over the
never really got
islands.
the whole solid grounding of friends. There was, it was
Yeah.
pretty hard making friends and like sticking to it because there was
Yeah.
no solid childhood.
Mm.
Bouncing
I kind
around a
of
lot.
had something similar, but I just got bounced around Auckland essentially. But yeah, it was always hard to make like solid mates.
Yeah.
Because you're always chopping and changing schools. So I kind of get that. But yeah, moving actual cities, that would have been different. Hey. Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because like leading on to life from there, I've never really stayed. In all honesty, living in Australia and been here and been in Caboolture and Morayfield for nearly 10 years is literally the longest place I've stayed in one spot. Before that was 5 years was the longest place I've stayed, and that was my first 5 years in the military, in the army at Linton.
Yeah.
And even then, in all honesty, you're only there like 3 months of the year as it is, but that was the one solid place I had.
Yeah.
5 years and then here.
So you grew up in Rotorua
Yeah.
as a teenager?
Yes.
And what was that like? Because you would have been in the 90s.
90s, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was between 95 and 98, yeah, 95, 98.
Yep.
Pretty much because my mum was working in bars, so we pretty much had free reign of what we did.
You probably would have been at Rotorua Boys High School at the same time as my best mate Dave.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he was a Frenich. Might not know him. He's got an older
No,
brother. But
is he a white boy?
yeah,
Yeah, no, I hung out with all the Maori boys at
yeah,
high school, so
boys. Yeah, fair
we were
enough.
always smoking pot out in the cricket nets out the back. Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
We were selling our cigarettes to the white boys just to get lunch.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I had a cigarette racketeering business. at high
Yeah,
school.
yeah. So yeah, once my mum figured out that I could roll cigarettes, it was like one for mum, one for me, one for mum, one for me, one for mum. Yeah.
Earn your keep. Earn your keep.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, back then they were so cheap too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
cheap.
I remember you could pay $3.10 for a pack of 10 Pall Mall Reds.
Yep.
And it was like $5.60 for holiday 20s.
Yep.
Jesus.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
And now what are they now? Like $41 for the same pack of smokes. It's crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they don't even make 10s anymore.
Nah. Awesome. And did you find yourself getting into any mischief in Rotorua?
All the time.
Yeah.
I was smoking it. Well, I had my first cigarette when I was 9. That's a bit of a different story. Started smoking pretty much when I moved up with mum at 13, smoking pot, smoking cigarettes, drinking. Because mum was never home, there was no presence from parenting realistically. Who became one of my closest high school buddies, Nidai, or David. He lived across the road and he was allowed to smoke in front of his mum. I wasn't allowed to smoke at this point. Well, mum didn't know. I mean, parents do know. We think they're stupid, but they're really not.
Yeah.
Now that I'm a parent and I've learned all this,
Yeah.
it's all hindsight.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd always pretty much live at his house, which was quite funny because the first time I rocked up there, I was quite short, quite still baby faced, but very baby faced back then. And even at 13, she thought I was a 10-year-old kid. So, but once she realised I was the same age as her son, it was like, yeah, whatever. And always hang over there and smoke and drink. And
Yeah. Yeah. Any issues with the police force in Rotorua?
weirdly enough, I never really had issues with police.
Yeah.
I never, as dumb shit we used to do, because I got into street skating as well, rollerblades. So I was always out, either rollerblades or mountain bikes, the Redwoods, I think
Yep.
you know about.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, rollerblades, we used to street skate everywhere. But we never really didn't get into stealing cars or theft or...
Yeah.
I mean, I say that, but I did get caught stealing from the warehouse when I was 13. Only because one of the three of us that was stealing shit, he dobbed himself in, which in turn dobbed us all in. That was the last time my mum beat me with a jug cord too.
Yeah. Fair.
Also, the last time I stole anything. To be fair,
Yeah. Well, there you go.
There you go,
lesson
hand in
was
hand.
learned.
You know, like maybe,
So what you're saying is beat my kids and they'll be fine.
No,
Oh,
no.
damn it.
we've discussed this before.
Yeah, I know,
Braden.
I know.
Yeah. Violence does not solve anything.
Yeah, no.
It just leaves
I know.
just leaves the people with trauma.
An eye for an eye.
Yeah.
It's funny as
Leaves
old.
everyone blind.
It's funny, because as old school as I am in terms of like respect and that sort of stuff, human decency, it's kind of weird. Going through the marriage, I thought, like, don't smack your kids until you get to a point where if it's like too much, words aren't doing anything. I thought that was okay. But now in hindsight, it's like, it's actually not. There are other ways around it, but this day and age, words, it's
Yeah.
hard to,
Yeah. And to be honest, like I think beating your kids is lazy parenting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you pretty much saying, I don't know how to deal with you, so I'm just gonna whack you.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna learn the lesson that way. But it doesn't solve anything. It teaches the kids that, to get what you want, if violence is okay, then, you leave your kids with some kind of fucking, residual trauma from being beaten as a child, all this sort of stuff. Like we're a generation who know that beating your kids didn't get us anywhere, really. Yeah. I mean, yes. Did we get a bit of fucking respect fucking slapped into us? Yeah, sure.
To a degree, yes,
Yeah.
but there's a very
That's
thick
right.
line between giving them a smack and beating them.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's
Give
right.
them a snack. I don't actually mean
And it's
beat.
kind of like who decides what's
A beating?
where the line is.
Yeah.
And so yeah. I just think any violence between anybody is not okay.
Nah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'll never be the one to start something. Put it that way. But I don't mind sticking up for myself
Yeah, 100%.
if need be. Yeah.
Sometimes you pray you have to stick up for yourself.
That's right. Oh man, I've been waiting a long time.
Yeah, I've been waiting a long time to stick up for myself. Someone is just going to cop it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll call them by different names too.
Yeah. Okay, so you've done some high schooling in Rotorua. Where'd you go from there?
We moved. Mum decided it was kind of annoying because what you'd refer to as year nine here, my fifth form year, which is meant to be the most important year, like your first test and all that. 3 months out from our exams, Mum decided that she wanted to move back to her hometown, which was Christchurch.
Oh God.
So we got kind of yanked out of
You got-
school, and
It's there.
hey,
You got stooged.
I got stooged. I never got to do that year of subjects and
School cert.
exams.
Yeah.
School cert, yes,
Yeah.
school C. I never got to do school C, which is annoying because mother thought that I was just a druggie and didn't really give a shit at school, but my mid-year exams were like between 83 and 93% for like most of my subjects. So
Holy shit.
even though I was a stoner and a smoker and all the rest of it, I don't know if they have them over here, accelerate classes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've got accelerate classes. So I was an accelerate student at high school.
Yeah, wow.
The only stoner in the class who was an accelerate student, but I was nonetheless. And I was generally doing like a year ahead maths and all that kind of shit. But she just obviously not paying attention to what I was actually doing apart from smoking pot and smoking. So she was like, well, you don't want to be here, so we'll move.
Do you reckon
got
it would
dragged
have
out.
turned out differently if you had have?
Hard to say. It's kind of like a damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. For a long time, I blamed my mother because I always wanted to be an Air Force pilot, like flying jets growing up. Like aircraft was like my fantasy,
Yep.
fascination. And it was like, could I have been good enough to go through that? Absolutely. Was I mentally there? Now that I look back at it, definitely not.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was so traumatized from shit that happened younger on. Obviously I didn't really know how to process how I was reacting or behaving in life. So it was just kind of like I fell into that trap of, well, I'm going to fail anyway, so fuck it. Just
Yeah, okay. If you
just
can't
keep
win,
sabotaging
if you can't win,
yourself.
don't try.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. it's kind of where I ended up, the road I took.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and when you've got somebody saying, "Oh, well, you didn't like school anyways," it's
Yeah.
kind of like, well,
When you're excelling.
okay, you know, like okay then, and you know, you start to believe that sort
Yeah.
of shit.
Well, I was told, I wasn't asked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
right.
You know what I mean? Like between the smoking and the drugs and everything else, and yeah, all of that. That was just the assumption
Yeah,
she took.
yeah. That's right. That's right. And so you're going to Christchurch.
Moved to Christchurch.
Yeah. And what'd you do down there?
She tried to put me into. She couldn't get me into a good high school. I don't really know why. I wanted to go back and redo my fifth form properly, but she ended up putting me into what they call a community college, where it's students and adults.
Okay.
Okay.
No uniforms. Hagley community. I don't know if anyone knows Christchurch, or it's like in the middle of Christchurch City. Pretty rough. It's not really. You're not going to become an Air Force pilot going to Hagley Community College, put it that way.
Okay.
And I lasted there about 6 months before I just quit school completely and just gave up,
Yeah.
and then took a completely different route to
Yeah.
What could have been?
what could have,
Yeah.
would have, should have, maybe not.
Well, that's like my favourite saying is, if your auntie had a pen, it should be your uncle. What ifs?
That's right.
It's an interesting saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember how I got that one, but I did, and I said to that person, I'm going to keep using it. It's been in my, what's my saying, backpack.
Yep. There you go. All right, Dora.
Yep. Yeah. yeah.
There you go.
But anyway, I digress. This will happen a lot.
Yeah.
It's all right. We all do it.
Yeah. Nice. And then so you left school, and what did you find yourself doing after that?
Was that the year of my 16? That was the year of my 16. That's when things took quite a dark turn. I had a couple of mates I was really close with. Sorry, backtracking from that. So I was still living with mum at the time. I was a shit. Because you can get your license when you're 15 back in New Zealand. So I had my learners, and I was driving mum's car all the time and pranged it a couple of times. And as you do when you learn, you know.
That's right.
Went through a phase of a lot of different drugs then. And then, mother kicked me out of home because she'd had enough. Obviously, I was pretty angry. Now I understand why. Obviously, back then I didn't. I just thought I was just angry and had shit behaviour. And then mother kicked me out of home. Lived on the streets for a couple of months before someone suggested I stay at this house. And then, that was the first time I was molested. Just to
Shoehorn that in there.
Yeah. Okay.
well, it wouldn't be a story if I didn't talk about.
Okay. So
No. I just didn't.
All right. So let's stop on that for a minute. So you've been on the streets for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then you've been suggested to go live in this house.
Like, is it like a halfway house?
No,
or?
it wasn't a halfway house. It was this guy's house. Some friends from Hagley, who I had some like drug dealings with. They pretty much like offered. I don't know how they knew this guy. He would have been in his 40s. It's actually crazy. I'm 43 now. But yeah, they said go and stay there. I don't have much memory of it, but the weird thing is, after it had happened, I'd buried it so deep, I'd never spoken actually verbally a word of it, only until about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck
And it was
yeah.
only because I was with my best mate and we were on a camp together, as my ex-wife would say, a Brokeback Mountain weekend, which I don't mind. I mean, he's my army brother and we've known each other for 20. He knows me better than any other human on earth. So,
Yeah.
and we were having a talk and it just
Came out.
verbally came out for the first time. And that was kind of where it hit me. And it was like, that answers a lot of questions while I'm quite fucked up.
Yeah. So what happened? What happened that night?
Didn't really expect you to ask it like that.
Well, I guess
Not in
you
like
know,
detail, but like
no,
I won't
into
go into
but,
detail.
you know,
but
like, did he drug you, or did he, was
no. See, at that time in life, I was quite placid. I wasn't really butch tough,
Yeah.
like violent tough.
Yeah.
It's actually weird that I do remember that night. All I remember is I was in his lounge. I was on like a camp stretcher, and it was actually like a military style stretcher. I don't know if you've seen those ones.
Yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah.
real. They're actually a real fuck to put together. I learned when I was in the army. There's a bit of a knack to actually putting them together.
That's the one with the W leg, and you got to bend it in a little bit, slot it in.
Nah, they have like the square bars.
Oh, yeah.
And the ends are quite, and they've got the little knobs at
you gotta-
each end. And you've got to like fold the first one
It's the
over,
X- they've got, like,
and
the
then it's the
X.
other end to try and
Yeah, okay.
Pull it over to keep it taut.
yeah, you know the ones I'm talking
I
about.
did that. I
eh?
did, yeah, fucking bastards.
It's one of those. But then somehow he found his way on my stretcher. That's about as much as I know.
Yeah.
The weird thing is, if you gave me a sketch artist, I could sketch his face.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'd never had until 3 years ago because it was buried so far in the back cupboard,
Yeah.
along with a few other things that have gone on earlier in my childhood. And his name was Alistair. Yeah,
Fucking piece of shit.
yeah.
Fucking no, it makes.
I'm sorry you went through
Yeah,
that.
same man. That's
It's fucked up situation. It actually wasn't the first time. Not there was another time it happened, but later on as well.
Yeah.
fuck.
So did you get out of the living there, or did you?
I from memory, like I said, a lot of my memory shot from like a lot of situations in my
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
I was out. I remember I was just gone the next day. I can't even tell you where I went.
Yeah.
Really.
I can't tell you where I went after that or what happened. Like,
And you didn't feel like you like needed to report it, or
I just shut off.
yeah.
Like
And
I
what-
said,
and-
after that incident, I haven't spoken about it until.
And do you think that you buried it like because it was like a shame thing, or like
Oh, absolutely.
like you felt like maybe you were the one that was at fault or stuff like that? Like,
I think it's a mix of everything.
yeah, okay,
In all fairness,
yeah,
it was kind of like almost like a self-sabotage that I got myself into that situation. Weirdly enough, the couple that got me into that situation, Shannon and his girlfriend Kylie, so fucked up that I remember these names, never saw them again, never spoke to them again.
yeah,
I actually don't even remember contacting them after that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's.
You-
I've never really tried to think about. I can't even I can't tell you where I went after that.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a blur.
Your body goes.
Oh,
in-
it's a massive blur.
Yeah,
your body goes into like survival mode. It's either like I don't know if it's the right term, fight or flight, but it's either you just suppress it.
don't cover your mic.
You suppress it, or it's just gonna do your nuts in. You know what I mean?
I
And then
think-
it's like your brain literally forgets it.
I think, in all honesty, I was already in fight or flight.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
mean, like if
So
I
you've been living
if I
on the
s-
street
well,
and-
if I step back, my first memory as a human being, my first two memories as a human being, I was 5, and I can't remember which order it's in. Weirdly, living in Napier, my first day of primary school, I remember I pissed my pants on the first day of school, and the house we were in at the time, our neighbours had kids my age and my brother's age. So BJ was about my age, and he had a 3-year-old sister. And I can't remember why we were even at the house, whether mum was babysitting them or we were just over there visiting. But no, I think their mum was home because she was running a bath for the daughter, for his baby sister. And had only had hot water in it, and the sister fell into the bath.
Oh.
So I remember her curdling scream, and I remember her coming out all just like dark red. Like, these are my first two memories I have as a kid.
Yeah,
Shit.
The next memory I have is my parents splitting.
yeah,
Weirdly enough, I remember even at 7 years old, I remember my mum woke me up between It was like 11:30 midnight to tell me that she was leaving. And then when I was 9, it's so fucked up. These are like the only few memories I have. When I was 9, I attended David Hill's 10th birthday party, and he took us across the road, and this was the first time I had a cigarette. So he kind of forced us, and it was Pall Mall Red, pack of Pall Mall Reds, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
I had a puff on that cigarette, and my school friend, what I thought was my best school friend, knocked on me to my dad. And his girlfriend at the time, she was a Samoan lady, she poured hot black coffee over my head.
Jesus.
Oh.
Wow.
So this is like my first 10 years. I don't have many good memories for those 10 years.
Yeah, core memories shouldn't
But
be like
these
that,
are
eh?
core. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, these
core, yeah,
are my
absolutely.
core memories. So in terms of fight and flight and
You were in
survival, I was already fucking in it.
Yeah.
And like leaning forward from that. So when we moved to Palmerston North, Mum started shouting us bus tickets up to Rotorua every school holidays for 2 weeks. It's weirdly enough, that's the only thing she didn't fail in life, was getting us up there for the school holidays. Because his girlfriend was quite a violent, well, she had 3 kids as well. So my brother and I felt very outed. We never felt part of that family. And we decided that we were going to live with Mum. And the weekend that we moved, Mum came down and picked us up, and like we were in the lounge saying our goodbyes, and we'll see you at school holidays and all that shit. I'm going to say it's shit. But when we were standing in the driveway and giving our final goodbyes, Marlo, his partner he was obviously still with, whispered in my ear, "You're never welcome in this family. Don't ever come back again." So those were the last words I heard from her before we hopped in the van to drive back up to Rotorua with Mum. So, like, yeah, life was pretty fucked as a kid. Like, I know there were good things, but obviously all of this just...
It's hard to remember the good stuff when you have really heavy bad things.
Yeah.
Like it's like in a day you could have 100 really good things happen, but you have 1 or 2 bad things happen, and that's all you can remember.
It superseded everything.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
I've sat down before and I've tried my hardest to think of the good things that happened, like, but I can't. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that's
to me, I don't think any kid should ever go through any of that shit.
Nah.
Their first 10 years of their life and having to like deal with that, not process it. Obviously, back in those days, it was different. There wasn't like kids helpline or any of that shit. Like there was none of that. It was just suck it up and get on with life.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you'd be seen, not heard.
Heard.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if you heard, you get a thump.
That's right. That's right.
That's just how it was.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't. I'm still in shock about the fucking coffee on your head.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
That's that's fucked.
Yeah, well,
dude.
weirdly enough,
Like-
that same friend I caught up with, so I was 9, that same friend, it's weird, I've actually been thinking about him recently, I've always wanted to reach out to him and go, thanks for fucking up my head, he was also the reason that I got molested the second time at like 16, 17, as well, because he helped me. I caught up with him after a long time. I never actually even said to him, like, hey, you know, when you knocked on me, like, this is what happened.
Oh, so you didn't even
I've never told him that happened.
fucking hell,
Thanks for telling on me.
Yeah.
jackass.
Yeah. What a mate's for, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Fucking
right.
hell.
And I never thought about how, like, despising him as a person for, like, putting me through that. Well, I can't blame him because it's her reaction. She's a fucking adult at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah.
But being Samoan, they're very old school in how they deal with things. Like, I've had her, I did a paper run when I was 11, 12, Form 2, start of Form 2, so I would have been not long 12. And I wanted to buy this AK-47 water pistol thing that, like, clipped hard out. Finally got it. I think it cost me like $13 something from the local bookstore. And she smashed that around my ass like the second day I think I had it. I didn't even get to have it for a day, and that was just, you know, punishment was, it wasn't a smack on the ass, it was like, I don't want to say bash because bash is like held down and punched the shit out of, but, you know.
Yeah.
No, was it?
Yeah,
It was with your new toy.
yeah, that's right.
Salt in the wounds.
That's it.
I did my paper run for like 2 months for that fucking gun.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking hell. Far out.
Yeah, I think I did a paper run when I was about 11, and
Yep.
I think I got $6.50 a week
Yeah.
for doing that, like 3 or 4 times a week. Like,
Yep.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy. Okay, so you've gotten out of that house.
Yep.
Later on, and then when did you find yourself going into the army?
So, past the first incident, the sexual abuse incident, another one happened. Again, the school friend was like, "Hey, you want to get out of Christchurch for a bit? You know, this guy's going away. Go with him." So that happened. Happened again. By that point, I was on what they call an independent youth benefit, which you could get through WINS. It's like 16 or 17. You can get if you're kicked out of home, you can get that. So
WINS is kind of like Centrelink.
WINS is Centrelink
okay.
effectively, Kiwi version.
Working Income New Zealand.
Got on the independent youth benefit, met a couple of mates. I ended up getting into a job. My first very job was like seeds for farms, like bulk bags, was sewing the bag shut. I remember that was my very first like big boy job. And then I can't remember how I got into car grooming, but I ended up car grooming at this yard that sold like BMWs and Porsches, and which was pretty cool because I got to drive these cars and we'd go out for lunch in the middle of Christchurch.
I did the same job.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so like a 16-year-old kid driving a BMW up Colombo Street in Christchurch for lunch was like fucking the bee's knees.
Yeah,
Like, you know.
I was the same. I was 17.
I just want to backtrack just a little bit.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a question when you said it happened again for the second time. What was going through your head? Were you like, "Fuck"? You know, how did it happen again? Or like, why me? Or
To be honest, I can't even answer that question.
you just
I guess it was just numb.
like you would have felt so fucking hard done by.
To be honest, I don't really know how I felt at the time. I don't know. I guess I was already in this. I know there's so much shit I've learned in the last, especially the last 10 months, how hard I've gone trying to like empty my head and stop talking about it and actually doing something about it. Like, I guess I was just in the zone of life's a failure. I'm going to fail. Like, this is how I'm going to sabotage myself. Like, fuck it. I'm here. I think that's why I was smoking. I know now, well, that's why I was smoking so heavily. 16, 17, I could smash a pack of 25s a day easily. And it was even at the point where the crazy thing is I'd never thought about suicide at this point in my life. But to me, it was like, well, you know, smoking's going to kill you someday. I'll just slow suicide myself. And that was how I looked at my smoking, because it was like, you know, fuck it. You know, I've got COPD and emphysema now.
Yeah, shit.
I started having it my first chest X-ray just before going into the mines in 2014. And they said, you know, you've got light signs of emphysema. You need to stop smoking. Yeah, sure. Yeah. No.
Far out.
So that's just a choice I made. Instead of just taking my life, I'll just do it slowly. Was kind of how I looked at it. Well, it's not kind. It's how I've looked at my smoking and my nicotine habit.
Yep.
You know. Yeah.
Is there different types of emphysema? I don't like. That might be a stupid question, but like,
emphysema is emphysema. Like, it just comes up. I can't really. It's actually one thing I haven't dived into, and I guess I haven't wanted to dive into it because it's a health thing on my part.
It makes it real.
It makes it real. I've seen the X-rays. I go and do the breath thing. I can't remember how they say that word now. You blow into it hard out. It's like the asthma test that they do.
Yeah.
Got to blow hard out. Like, I've done those a few. I actually have to go.
Gives you a little gauge.
Yeah. And you go through like 3-4 times every 5 minutes or whatever it is. Like realistically, I shouldn't even be able to run the way I run.
Yeah. Oh, bro, you absolutely smash it.
Yeah, I don't know how should be doing that, but until my body says, fuck no, you're not doing it anymore, I'll just keep going.
Yeah.
And it's sort of the mentality that I've
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
learned to have, you know.
Well, I guess, I don't know, wouldn't that help like with your lung capacity? I know you.
It does to a degree. I think weirdly enough, smoking bongs for so much in my life, I learned to I had a big lung capacity. It's weird, I can't hold my breath underwater for shit for ages, but like I can take massive breaths.
Take a hit.
Yeah, I can take a big hit. Take some massive hits in my, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's kind of weird.
Back in the day, like pro BMX races, they'd have a cigarette on the start gate as waiting for their race, because what it did is it got their heart rate up, so that when they start straight away, like their heart rate was already elevated, and so they're pretty much, because they're into full sprint straight away, and so it's just kind of like they don't need that first straight to get their heart rate up. Their heart rate is already up because they've fucking been chugging on a smoke.
Yeah, well, I was that guy in the army that everyone hated, that I could smash a cigarette right before like an RFL, and then like an RFL is like 2.4 Ks, and you've got 10 minutes 30 to pass, and then there's like G1's like 9:30 or whatever it is, and then hundreds club is like sub 8. Like I was the guy who could go run 9 minutes 15 straight after a cigarette, and I was like the 4th or 5th fastest out of like 100 guys.
Punch a Dario and go watch this.
Pretty much, that's exactly how it was.
Yeah.
And then I'd go finish the run, and then I'd go run back and catch up with everyone else and run everybody else in, because that's obviously what you do. That's the camaraderie you do in the army. Like,
Yeah.
I was fucking hated for it. There was a few of us that could like smash a pack of cigarettes and then just fuck off at a great rate of knots and maintain it. Like,
Yeah, cool. So you've left Christchurch? Was it
sorry, no,
Christchurch?
I was still in Christchurch. So
Yeah,
we
so-
did backtrack. We digressed. a
Yeah,
bit.
sorry about that.
No,
That's
it's all right.
right, that's
It's all right, bro. It's all right.
We tangent.
What I do.
Yeah, so the car grooming thing, I was living with these two guys. Weirdly enough, one was named Alistair, which I never actually associated him to that, because he was a fucking pretty cool dude.
You really did bury that fucking trauma, didn't you?
Yeah.
You really did.
Yeah, because you'd think like the name David I would fucking despise. The name Alistair I would despise. Obviously, David's the other person.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was car grooming at the time. Alistair, Nigel, and myself were all living together, drinking all the time, homebrewed, pot. We actually stole this piece of tube from the Christchurch hospital at some point in time. And the last few months leading up to me making this decision to go into the army, the last person awake, because we're just partying, like we didn't give a fuck. We got paid our benefit. That was it. Like there was no... the last person awake, the other two would like roll a big fat joint and then shot it through the tube, and you put the oxygen mask over, so you wake up and you're already baked as fuck. Like, look at your face.
God damn it.
This
Why didn't
wasn't-
do this to me?
This wasn't. Oh, it was fucking awesome.
Oh, man.
But this one particular morning,
Like
I
a
was
a shotty machine.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but pretty much. But,
But
you
you've-
put an oxygen,
you're
non-rebreather
waking up-
oxygen
you're
mask
waking up
over
to
your
it,
face,
though.
and it's just like that's all you're breathing in is that shot.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know why my brain did what it did. I don't know. All I remember is I sat upright and I said out loud, I'm sick of this job. I want a salary. I'm going to go join the army. And I remember to this day, I've never seen those two laugh so hard in their fucking life. Like, obviously, they were stoned and they thought this was some big, massive joke. I literally walked into my job, quit my job, still stoned, walked down to the army office, signed up, hopped on a bus out to New Brighton, which is hour and a half bus, like couple bus rides right out to New Brighton. It's like one end of Christchurch to the other, or from the city out to New Brighton.
Get it under control,
And
Dean.
told my mum.
Yeah.
She didn't believe me. She just thought, yeah, whatever. Just, I'm having a moment. And then I can't remember how I found myself after that. Somehow I found myself on the street again, and a friend
Before going in.
before going in. So there was a bit of a process between that and actually getting to the army. I ended up at this halfway house. Marcy and Graham, amazing people. They would have been in their late 40s to early 50s. They took me in. This friend she was also staying at the house. And I ended up staying with them, and they actually bought me a plane ticket to Rotorua, and where I went and stayed with some friends on a farm to get my head right to get to the army, because
Shout out to them.
I wouldn't have got there without them. And I had to get out of Christchurch because obviously the environment that I was in, the people I was hanging out with, like I was not going to. But for some reason, it was just like a full steam ahead. They got me a plane ticket to Rotorua, and then I spent like 3 months on this farm, dairy milking, did all my entry stuff through the Tauranga Army Centre, which is only like 45 minutes up the road from where I was staying on the farm.
You think the army, well, maybe it was like, you were missing that kind of that structure or belonging, or like,
Well, I already knew that I was a gypsy. I already knew that I didn't belong anywhere.
yeah,
Because obviously, like the amount that I've moved and shifted around, like
a
I couldn't
vagabond.
make friends. Like there
Yeah.
was no lifelong friends. There was no, like you say, structure in my life. There was never structure.
So it's like
There
you're
was never
craving it. Do
parenting.
you reckon you're like, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth.
No,
but
no, no,
is
no,
it
no.
like from it was going to give you obviously something that you haven't had before, or
I think it was a mix of something I hadn't had before,
and a salary?
a salary. Obviously, I was sick of the wage. I
Yeah.
just wanted a fucking salary. And I think I just got to a point where it was like my brain just went, something's got to change. Like, even though all the boxes were so far in the corner in a cupboard, and unfortunately my behaviours from my upbringing and everything that's gone through carried through the army. I wish I could have healed beforehand, because I would have done fucking amazing in the military, and a lot of I wouldn't have sabotaged the best 2 careers I had in my life,
Okay.
because that's what I absolutely did. I shot myself in the foot. You know?
All right, so let's get into when you started in the army. So you've gone into the army. You obviously did some training.
Yeah.
And then did you do any stints anywhere?
So we were fortunate enough, because at the time, East Timor, so it was obviously, you might have learnt from Matt's thing, there were 2 different scenarios with Timor.
Yep.
There was like the 99 to 02, and then like the 04 to 07 or whatever it was, the uprising. So I deployed in 02, but we were fortunate enough because basically the day we got off the bus to my basic training in Waidu, we were told by Staff Sergeant Wee, this massive dude, but he was ex-recon. It was an all-infantry basic, which they hadn't run for a long time because they basically needed boots filled for the last deployment. So our incentive was on day 1, you get through basic training, you get through your core training, you're on NZ Bat 6 to East Timor, which not a lot of people got. You know what I mean?
So that's like a privilege.
It feels like it now. I think actually, now you put it that way, yeah. I never really thought about it that way, but it was a privilege to be told if you get through your shit,
You're going.
you're going.
That's the end game, isn't it? Really.
Well, that is the end game. Every soldier wants to deploy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the incentive from day 1. I got through 2/3 of that basic. I actually got back squatted. I can't even tell you what my injury was. I got injured. And I got back squatted. So back squatted is like you move. So I was on all arms recruit course 310, and then I got back squatted to 311, the next one. At the time, they started overlapping recruit courses. So 6 weeks in, 311 started. So I jumped on kind of effectively where I was kicked off the first one,
Okay.
and then got through that because both those. So 310 was all infantry, 311 was mixed.
Yep.
Had logistics and admin and artillery and the whole lot, bit of everything. But all the infantry from both were going to be put together to conduct your core infantry, your specialised training, your infantry training at the end together. We were just split. So half of us were going to Linton, Palmerston North, and the other half were going to Burnham and Christchurch. So
Okay.
yeah, got through core training. Weirdly enough, I also got injured on that towards the end. Got myself, was it my ankle or my knee, one of the two. I mean, we all fucked ourselves up quite good at some point, but they were going to take me off it. But I said no. I had to pass a battle efficiency test, which is like a 12K pack march under a certain period of time. And I just basically went, fuck no. I want to do it and so I can march out with everybody else. So at some point at the end of one of our final exercises, they just threw me off the back of the truck. Like Harry was my section commander, my platoon commander. And it was just like 12 Ks back to camp. I just fucking head down, ass up, 1 foot in front of the other, and
Yep.
Yeah,
pass my core training.
got it done.
Got it done.
Got it done.
Yeah, and then what was that? 2nd of May. It was August 2001. September 2000. I can't remember exactly when I marched off core training. And then, May 2002, we deployed to East Timor for 6 months.
Yep.
Obviously, go through a whole bunch of pre-deployment training before that, like 6 months worth of training. And
Yeah. And then what was your involvement with Timor? What did you guys do over there?
so Timor obviously was peacekeeping.
Yep.
Basically, we spent 4 months in the jungle patrols. It was kind of weird because all the training you do leading up to it. Obviously, New Zealand doesn't get as hot as East Timor. East Timor's Darwin weather
Yeah.
to a T.
Yeah.
It's fucking hot. It's just whether it's wet or dry. That's it. I was pretty much. It's kind of weird because we got into country, you do the stuff you got to do, and then our 3rd day in, they were like, "You guys are on the first patrol. You're going out for 9 days." And the one thing we never trained for was the actual weight. So my first patrol, I remember weighing my pack and my webbing. So the webbing's what you carry your ammo and everything else. No armor. This is just ammo, grenades, first aid kit, e-rations. My webbing weighed 18 kilo.
Jeez.
And my pack weighed 62 kilo.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
I
And they
weighed-
didn't train you for that.
I weighed 69 kilo.
Fuck.
And they didn't think that was something that
We were getting up. So when we were training, we were carrying like 20 litres, 25 litres of water. So our packs maybe weighed, maybe all of us all up, the pack and webbing, maybe 50, 55, maybe 60 kilo on some patrols that we were doing.
but not the
But we were
combined-
never throwing, like when we got over there, you realise you had to carry like fucking
everything.
30, 35 litres of water. I was also a section Sikh, so I had a radio, 9 batteries. Well, I was fortunate. So I trained up on the new radios, the digital radios at the time. I never even dared to think the boys beforehand. They carried the old Vietnam 77 sets. So if you know what they are, they're like
The big
long,
fucking
oblong, rectangle, weigh fucking a ton. Like those guys were carrying more weight than we
pull
were
someone
carrying.
from their back.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Like they were carrying, like I can't imagine, and their batteries were like a kilo, like 1.3 kilo each sort of deal. Like my batteries weighed 500-600 grams. So
Yeah.
even though my radio and battery weight was literally cut in half by theirs, and I'd never say fuck carrying their radios in Timor, like, but still, you know, a 69 kilo 19-year-old boy carrying 80 kilos of weight through jungle and 40-degree heat with Cam Payton long sleeves. Like,
Yeah, man.
I still dream to this day that who the fuck's dumb enough to do that?
Yeah.
This guy.
But yeah,
You do it. You do.
you do
it.
you
though,
do
don't you?
it, and you can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And when
that's
you're
right.
pushed,
Yeah.
And so you just did some time in the jungle over there.
Yep.
And
A lot of
and then-
patrols, a lot of observation posts.
Yeah.
anything
Nothing
sketchy, hairy?
Nah, nothing sketchy.
You thought you were
I
gonna
seen one militia guy once. Our rules of engagement were like if they had their weapon in their hands, we could shoot. We didn't have to ask questions. It was kind of like at that point the rules of engagement were because they'd obviously had enough of the terrorising that they were doing previous. If they had their weapon in their hand, we weren't fucking around. Was the basic rule of thumb.
Yeah, shit.
They knew this, so they always had their weapons slung.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty far and few between to see them.
Yeah.
Usually we were sort of the spotters and others like recon units would pick them up.
Yep.
Down the track, we'd just like radio it and they'd try and pick them up. But like these guys, you know, they're 5 foot fuck all. They walk around in bare feet with a weapon slung.
They don't want trouble.
They
Wow.
don't want trouble. They tried to sneak in and out. But like the one time I seen one, like he disappeared. Nothing happened from there. But I'd heard like they hear a twig snap and you've never seen a 5 foot dude in bare feet because so the riverbed was the majority of the borderline between Indonesia and East Timor. So, but yeah, how they could move in bare feet, like fuck me.
Yeah. Just so,
Usain Bolt on a riverbed
just
and
so
rocks
used-
and shit, and they can just move.
yeah, they're just so
like-
used to being in bare feet. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's just how they live.
Well, it's the
so,
same as the woman watching women with like 20 litres of water
on a head.
on their head in bare feet walking in dirt roads for like
Like it's
kilometres.
nothing.
Like it's
Right.
nothing.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Like it's nothing. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then, so how long did you stay in the army for?
So all up 10 years.
Yep.
I did 2 stints.
Yep.
So I did 5 years of infantry. Like I said, I sabotaged myself a lot with my behaviours. I got out after the first 5 years doing that. Obviously I had Solomon's deployment as well. I was also lucky enough to deploy to Antarctica for 4 months.
What'd you guys do down there?
Yeah.
So I went down to Antarctica as a cargo handler.
Okay.
Antarctica was sort of they got people together. I was quite shit with money and finances at the time. Like that was where a lot of my bad decisions were made, was around that. So I was kind of sent down there to try and help me out money-wise because a little bit of a money maker. But yeah, so cargo handlers, so you load and offload the aircraft coming in and out. You're effectively a baggage handler
Yeah.
at Antarctica. We drive front-end loaders, like 6-ton front-end loaders with big forks.
All I picture is just ice and snow.
Snow, yeah. The craziest thing is when we land, so we took a C-17 Globemaster down there and you land on what's called the ice runway. And then going into the season, obviously that becomes soft. It's weird when you first get there where the aircraft was sitting, 3 months later, a cargo ship's sitting in the same fucking spot.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, shit.
So a few months in, we move the runway down to Pegasus runway, which is more of a permanent snow runway. Obviously, the larger aircraft can't land there, and it's a snow runway. So the Hercs and all the small Twin Otters and that fly like South Pole and all over Antarctica, they've all got skis on them
Yeah.
to land. You can't land with wheels. You just fucking belly up if you land with wheels. Yeah, they've
Yeah,
all got to have
crazy.
skis to land and take off. So
Put some snow chains on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, madness.
Fucking hell.
Madness.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
That's unreal, man. That's unreal. That would have been that would have been an experience.
Yeah, that would have.
with everything that I've done, that's probably like the craziest experience.
Yeah.
Like I've personally sat with Sir Edmund Hillary at Scott Base, had a rum and coke with him. He signed a
Wow.
$5 note for me, a brand new mint one that my platoon commander was saying you need to hand in with everybody else. And my brain's like an 83-year-old man with arthritis in both his hands. He's not signing $1,005 notes. Like,
Yeah, that's right.
Who's this? I
Sir Edmund Hillary, he was the first man to climb Mount Everest.
holy
so
shit.
he's climbed Mount Everest. He's crossed the Antarctic continent.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's on our $5 note,
Yeah.
New Zealand $5 note. I actually thought about bringing it to show you because I actually had a funny feeling Braden was going to be like,
I'd have no
"So
idea.
Who's this guy?
Yeah, who's this dude?
But yeah,
Wow.
I sat with him, and the weirdest, one of the most surreal experiences I've had, one of, is watching him, his eyes looking out the window at Scott Base, and he's like physically seeing his steps where he was walking like back in the day, like
Yeah, wow.
you know.
That would have been
My
Really
amazing.
platoon
living
commander.
it.
Well, my platoon commander's like scolding me with her eyes because she almost commanded me not to do it, but it was just an opportunity I took. Like it was,
Yeah.
he came down for a couple of weeks, gave a big spiel to everybody at McMurdo, which is the American base where we were, and then we went over to Scott Base for the Kiwis for us and did that one and that. And
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow.
it's a crazy place,
Yeah.
McMurdo. It's got two-lane retro bowling alley, smoking pub, non-smoking pub. I learnt the first time I got on the piss there at the smoking pub is always wear your sunnies when you leave, because even when it's midnight, the sun is still fucking out, and snow blindness is a real thing. Come out drunk and it was just like, whoa, like you only did that once.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that's unreal.
What an experience that would have been.
Yeah.
And then so you get out of the army. You eventually get out of the army,
So I got out of the army.
and then you move to Australia.
No, well, that's the
That was
that's
the
only
first stint.
That's the first stint.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
in
yeah.
between them, I did about 2.5 years out.
Yeah, okay.
I went through 10 jobs in 2 years. Couldn't hold after infantry. You don't leave with qualifications. I left with a forklift license.
Yeah.
That was it. Just a bit of a shit deal. Went through 10 jobs in 2 years. Went through a bit of a domestic violent relationship. Not my part. I was the victim, as weird as for me to say that.
Well, you don't hear of it. And
No,
it's,
you
it's
don't.
good that that it does get brought up. You know, it's very
Well,
rare.
it's actually weird because, like, my ex-wife doesn't even know this, but this was my first time parenting. She had 3 kids, and she'd come out like their father was in prison. We met, and then, yeah, she's a fucking psychopath. Like, I'd be making the kids lunches and I'd get coffee cups and shit thrown at me. And like, I was trying to learn how to parent and what I thought was good. Obviously, like the structure I'd learned through the army, I knew what human decency, I knew how to be a good person, like whether it's to an adult, kid, whatever, like. But my last job before I left, so this was in Tauranga where I was living at the time. Like my last job was at New World Supermarket as a storeman. And it had got so bad, the only way I was going to get out of this relationship safely was just leave. Just pack up and leave. Don't tell her I'm leaving. I just had to fucking leave. And because the store manager had watched her, like we used to like hang out the back, have lunch, smoke. Like there's a few of, half a dozen of us regular. And the store manager was one of them. She had watched her come down and abuse the shit out of me on my lunch breaks. Like she knew. So when I said to her, look, I need to quit my job. I need to leave here. I need to get back down to Palmerston North because I'd already spoken to a couple of army mates to say, hey, I'm going to try and suss out to come down. Like they'd seen it before. And she actually said, your holiday pay will be in your bank tonight.
Fucking good on her.
And I was like, Melissa, thank you so much. Like, so I ended up ringing my mate when I got home, a very hush-hush conversation. I was like, hey, bro, I'll see you for breakfast. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm reconning what I can get in the car now. When everyone's asleep, I'm grabbing what I can and I'm fucking out. So like 11:30 that night, I just grabbed what I could.
Oh, good on you for
Got in the
getting out of there, man.
And then just fucking left. And then 7 o'clock the next morning, I'm having breakfast at Jared's in Palmerston North, like 7 hours drive away.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Crazy. And then obviously I went through a couple of jobs down there and then decided how much I hated Civvy Street and then reapplied for the army. My first 2 choices were combat engineer or plant operator because who doesn't like blowing shit up and you get tickets from it. One thing I promised myself going back was I'll get a trade.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving the second time with just a fucking forklift license. Like that's a shit deal. Like doing your service and doing what you've done and you've got no transferable skills
Yeah.
outside. And then, yeah, it was either combat engineer or plant operator, get all plant tickets and that to go into civil. But they were like an 18-month waiting list because they were obviously very in high demand. And I was like, nah, there's got to be something else. And they're like, you can go back to infantry. I'm like, fuck no. I'm coming for a trade. So, yeah, I ended up becoming a fireman.
Yeah.
Did that instead.
Army fireman.
Army fireman,
Yeah.
yep.
But transferable?
Weirdly enough, no, not really. Like it could have. So if I got out, I could have joined the New Zealand Fire Service, but you don't transfer.
Okay.
You go back to square one and you go through
All your training
basic
again?
fire course all over again.
Yeah, wow.
A lot of the guys do it. They used to be able to transfer over, but I think because like New Zealand Fire Service paid better back in the day before my time, too many people were doing it. So they actually went, nah, if you want to get out and do it, you've got to start back at square one like everybody else.
Yep.
Just to minimise
Stem
people
the flow
doing
of
it.
people taking the money.
We actually sat down on a shift one night, me and my crew, and like the salary that we were on and the hours that we worked with the shift work, we worked out that our hourly wage was like $7 something an hour.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but obviously medical and everything else comes into effect with that.
Yeah.
But, we worked it out. We broke it down. It was like $7 an hour for what we do.
Yeah.
I was gonna fucking
And
bug on
because
my
obviously I wanted to be in a place where you got the experience. So I know you guys would know Wairau, the desert
Yeah.
road.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I spent Wairau's the main training area where you go through your recruit course.
Yep.
It's also 800 meters above sea level. It snows 5 months of the year. Well, you can get 4 seasons in one day in that place quite frequently.
just like Melbourne.
It's like barren wasteland of tussocks and
It is.
hills
It's just
and-
fucking
okay.
tussocks.
Like-
A beautiful, amazing mountain, like smack on the middle of it, like Mount Repose. It's awesome. Like it's just fucking beautiful in summer.
it's
Well, when it's sunny.
beautiful part of the
But yeah, the other thing that comes with that is we had 200 kilometers of state highway to look after. So there's a lot of like high speed carnage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not many house fires or
nah.
normal things.
No, I tried to join the New Zealand Fire Service, but I couldn't make it through the aptitude tests.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was just falling short on just because some of the questions you only had like 4 seconds to answer them.
Yeah.
And like they'd be like problem solving math questions, and I just wasn't.
Oh.
I was just not quick enough.
No.
Yeah, I just
I'd be
wasn't
like
quick enough.
4 plus 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so you joined in the second time, and then did you get deployed? You got deployed through. The
Never
second
deployed
time?
through
Nah.
fire service. Nah, you don't. Well, I say you don't really, but there were guys like the bushfires, the Black Saturday fires, like Victoria. They had crews come over.
Oh, okay, so you had the potential to be sent to
Yeah.
to aid.
A few of the guys like were deployed.
Yeah.
Like more of like the NCOs, the corporals and that, lance corporals were deploying, but the junior fires, we didn't really deploy at all.
Okay. Yeah.
You
You just had to deal with all the carnage on the
we
highway.
just looked after the base station,
Yeah. Wow.
station.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. It was crazy the first couple of years. There was a lot of car crashes, but when the roads get too dangerous, they actually shut the gates and you've got to go around the mountain.
Yeah.
It like adds like 2.5 hours to your trip, but it the first year and a half or so, they weren't shutting them as fast, but the carnage got so bad. I remember, was it 2009 Easter weekend? There was 9 fatalities, and our station had like 4 of them
Jeez.
in a weekend.
Yeah.
Black ice is a fucker.
Yeah, I was
It
going to
really
say,
is.
be
Yeah,
fucking-
yeah,
I paddled the Waihahonu
yep.
river, and you get in off the highway, you park up on the highway, and you go down into the gorge, and you paddle the river, and there's a car down in there.
Hang on.
There's a car down in there that they just couldn't ever extract because it was so far down in the gorge that
Yeah.
they just couldn't extract it. Yeah.
Still
Yeah,
there
we-
to this day?
Yeah, still there. Yeah.
Yeah, we had some of those random crashes. Like we did a lot of high angle. There's some real random weird.
Yeah. Yeah, country roads are a real killer in New Zealand.
They
though.
are.
Yeah.
They are. And a lot of these crashes aren't, what's the word? Like, not their fault.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just you hit black ice, you have no control. Like, you know.
You're gonna.
We had like motorbikes, 30k an hour motorbike crash. Like he degloved his hand and that was the only thing that happened to him.
Yuck.
But yeah, he was like, yeah, I was only doing like 30k's an hour. Like he was driving to the conditions, but all it takes is one bit of black ice that you don't see and you've got
Yeah, that's it. Gonskis.
nothing.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, they used to have ad campaigns on TV about black ice
Oh, did
Yeah.
they?
in NZ. Yeah. Yeah.
They actually need to bring those ad campaigns like over here,
Yeah.
like merge like a zip.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of those campaigns that they have are fucking brutal and realistic as like.
Yeah. It's the same.
I
It's
don't
the
want your
same.
ghost chips.
It's the same day, David. It's the same day.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't say sorry to me. Say sorry to his kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
See you, big dog.
Later, J Dog.
See you, bro. Nice to meet you, mate.
Take it easy, mate.
Just got J Dog exiting the house.
We good, Dino? We good, just making sure.
Awesome. Awesome.
Backstretch from
Yeah,
the chairs. Jesus H. Christ, they are fucking uncomfortable.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so you find yourself out of the army now. You've moved on from the
So-
army. So what got you out of the army the second time round?
So I think the depression was kicking in more so. A lot of my behaviors, like they were shit behaviors, and I'm never gonna fucking like I can't blame anybody else apart from myself for how I was acting, basically. I was quite depressed, quite lonely. I kind of isolated myself. I'd started isolating myself a lot more. And once I'd made a decision to like get out, I actually went to the Air Force to try and make a change. And also with Army and Air Force, we do joint fire training, but Army, you only get like 3/4 of the aviation rescue. So I thought I'll go to the Air Force, get the complete ticket. You know, I don't know why, I just felt like this, let's just get overqualified and do nothing with it at the time. So once I made the decision to get out, at the time, because I never did Afghan, the first deployment had kicked off as I was walking out the door for New Zealand. So that deployment had left, I was getting out. So at the time, it was kind of like, you know what, fuck it. Where my head was, I've got an itch that needs to be scratched. I'll go do private security. Maybe I can get into a gunfight then. You know, whatever happens, happens. Like I didn't care whether I lived or died. I had no value in myself or no value in my life. Like, you know what I mean? So I had a good friend. She connected me with a bloke who was a country manager for a security mob in Kurdistan, Iraq. So I moved over here to do a private security course. There was a specific ticket you needed because so many guys were shooting themselves in the foot who weren't really trained efficiently, like infantry trained, doing private security stuff. They started saying you needed this SIA license ticket to show that you've done a proper course, you know, gone through the motions. Well, that course, one, turned out to be a scam. I threw 10 grand down the drain.
Wow.
And all I got out of 10 grand was my Cert 3 in security operations in Victoria, which I still have to pay money to get licensed to do that in Victoria. And then if I was moving up here, it's another $500 to it's massive fuck around. But it turned out a week before that course had ended, I got a phone call from that, which would have been my future boss, because I actually had a job lined up in Kurdistan, northern Iraq, as like a team medic for the teams, because obviously my fire background, I can shoot, I can fix people. That was where I wanted to go. It's kind of like training to be a mechanic for 4 years and you never fucking touch an engine after that. Like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, that was where the itch was.
Yeah.
And yeah, ISIS at that time in 2013, they rolled through Kurdistan and they took over the whole city. So he pretty much said, hey, bro, there's no jobs here. We're all fucking going home. Like, it's not our fight. Which understandably, like, who's going to stay with that shit? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
you know, especially doing private work like that. So
Yeah, especially when they're fucking like cutting people's heads off and stuff.
yeah, well, the last thing he'd ever wanted is his head fucking on Al Jazeera. Do you know what I mean? Like,
That's right.
That's a very real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It fucking happens.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. I see. It.
Yeah, so that happened. So I ended up I was out of money. I was kind of stuck here. I had this big idea of what was going to happen. It obviously never progressed to that. I didn't end up getting my SIA ticket after that course anyway. Yeah, the whole company was a bit of a scam. And then, yeah, I did a few jobs, lived in Sydney for a year and a half. And then I had an old Air Force mate working in the mines as what they call an ESO, Emergency Services Officer. And yeah, he helped me get into the mines. That was actually where I learnt about my emphysema.
Yeah.
It was the first, what do they call it, cold board medical. You got to do a chest x-ray and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It was like, you've got really light signs of it on setting.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, went into the mines for 2 years.
Yeah.
As
Wow.
an ESO.
Yeah.
Taught first aid. Ended up teaching like the ERT. So the ERTs are like volunteers. So you pretty much, the site that I was on, I was the only ESO. I did all the first aid training, pretty much sort of all the emergency response, managed it. Yeah, so I was doing the week on, week off. And then it was a 2-year contract. And weirdly enough, the day before I was meant to fly back for my very last shift of the 2-year contract, the day I never rode my bike, but I decided this one particular morning I would. So I had a car pull out in front of me and went straight across her bonnet.
On your motorbike.
On my motorbike.
Yeah.
Because the house was full of riders. We all had bikes. That was kind of why I found the place in the first place. All the bikes lived in the garage. Cars were on the street. They were second. So yeah, that Monday morning, I said to Alicia I'd ride with her to work because she worked at the Zilmere Tavern on Zilmere Road.
Yep.
And then she, obviously went into work. I pulled out of the car park. She was just looking in the opposite direction the entire 50 metres. Nothing going that way, but was coming towards Aspley. Yeah, I didn't take off too quick, so it was obviously but yeah, long story short, when traffic, I think 47 k's an hour down to 13 in about 8 meters.
Yeah.
On the front wheel, because obviously with what happens, bones and full combat roll across the bonnet and landed on my feet on the other side. And literally the only injury was my wrist ended up on top of my hand.
Yeah. So 100% displacement.
100% displacement. Protruding,
Yeah.
but that there was sitting under my skin there somewhere.
Oh, yuck.
Real goodie.
Yeah. I've had to deal with a few, not me personally, but
Yeah, mountain
I was-
biking money. So it was kind of, and then once I obviously met this group, and then I kind of went, you know what, I want my kids 50-50. Like, something's got to give here because I can't keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I was starving myself just to have money for my kids.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I want 50-50. Took a bit of toing and froing to work out the arrangement.
Yep.
But my work's been amazing enough to, like, I work a full week 1 week, and then the next week I start at like 9:30. I'm trying to get my oldest into before school care, but there's such a fucking backlog.
Yeah,
like,
man.
fuck me.
Yeah.
It's funny when I went to talk to them at the primary school, and they're like, "Oh, we've got a time tomorrow." I'm like, "I haven't even set my fucking CCS up yet." Like, you know, and it's like one day here and there. It was like, nah.
You
and
need
it's,
a constant.
you need, yeah. I need constant like Monday to Friday to do it. But the weird thing is, I was feeling guilty because my boss is so good. Like, I hate my job. I fucking hate my job. I've never worked in a factory. I took a massive pay cut to do this job so I could pick the kids up after school. But my boss is amazing,
Yeah.
which is hard to find a really
Yep.
good
And
boss.
sometimes it's not about the job, it's about the people you work with.
Well, the
too,
reason
isn't it?
why I'm sucking this job up for now, no, it doesn't matter how much I itch. Like, it's working with insulation for metal like air ducting.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how much I itch. It's just like, I get to drop my kids off to school. I get to pick my kids up after school. Like, I will suck this up until my next step in my life where I want to go. And yeah, it was like I said, I was feeling guilty.
So
until
you're wrapping ducting.
Eh?
You're wrapping ducting.
Yeah. So I install the insulation that goes inside the aircon ducting. There's a
Okay.
special shit that you wrap it in before you put it into the ducting.
Yeah.
It's like restaurant McDonald's. He does all that sort of shit. So I like cut that out, wrap it, and then install it into the metalwork once it's made, and then it sort of goes through me before it goes out the door, sort of deal. But yeah, the first Monday that I had, the first Tuesday that I had them, so Monday swap over, she drops them off, I pick them up. That's the start of the week. But yeah, that Tuesday morning they came out, had cuddles with me like 6:30 in the morning. We're all cuddled up on the couch watching TV, having breakfast, and I'm like, how the fuck can I feel guilty about missing 2 or 3 hours of work in the morning when I've got this too? And I was like,
Was this the photo you put up on Facebook? Yeah. You see the smiles on
And I'm
everyone's
like,
faces,
there
man.
is no
it's all
guilt.
worth it.
the only guilt I have now is when I leave my 4-year-old at kinder and there's like this little sad face and it's like, I have to go to work. And it was like, he's like crying for dad. And it was like, getting used to that now, sort of.
Yeah.
But
It's kind of like when that happens, when they cry for you, kind of like, yeah, they want me.
oh,
They
absolutely.
want me. They want their dad.
Oh, absolutely. But also at the same time, like the time that they have between the houses now, like just picking him up in the afternoons and the smile and the way he runs up now, it's just like, I couldn't change that for the fucking world, you know?
Nah.
And that's the thing. I could find another job. Like I worked 5 years in civil prior to this. I could go and do 40, 45 bucks an hour. It's 10, 12-hour days. I'll be dropping the kids off at 6 in the morning, picking them up at 6 o'clock at night. Like I did that for 5 years with my family, you know, leaving at dark, coming home at dark, being angry, being cranky.
Sometimes it's quality of life is it's better to have.
Well, I already have now, like I've had for quite some time now, like with my emphysema, my COPD, obviously the depression and everything else that I've gone through, like I fear that I'm not going to be at my kid's 21st birthday because they're so young and I'm so old. You know, that scares the fucking shit out of me.
Is that a like
It could be a very real thing. Like if I don't give up the nicotine, it could be a very real thing that I will not be at my kids. I mean, they're 4 and 6 and I'm 43.
Yep.
A lot of ways I wish I had kids earlier, but also I know how unprepared more so I would have been back then. You know what I mean? Like, as what you've heard so far, there's no fucking way I'd be mentally ready. I mean, even to a degree now, I still wasn't mentally ready for it. It was just that my ex-wife with her career in childcare and already having 2 kids, that sort of put me in a steed to do it.
Yeah, I think.
But I learned a lot of wrong ways about doing it, though.
I think the thing for men is that we never feel mentally ready for it.
Yeah.
It's kind of just that band-aid you just rip off and you just do it, and then you're like, oh, I wouldn't change this for the world.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, oh, okay. But I think biologically, that's kind of like built into us that we just never feel ready for it. But when it does happen, you're like, oh, I'm so ready for this.
Yeah.
It's that kind of that. It's kind of like that thing that we're saying is that like because the women have the baby in them for 9 months,
They're already ahead of the game.
They get that connection, they feel it, they already start getting this bond, and then men don't. We can visually see it and feel it from the outside and whatever, but it's
Watch
kind
our
of like
apps and what size they are. It's the
And
size
then,
of a pea.
yeah, you can feel it kick every it gets to that point, but then it's kind of like then you kind of just thrust into it. But
Well, see, I was quite ignorant in that manner. Like, like going back to the psycho relationship, like learning how to parent then. So between that old relationship with the kids and learning how to parent and getting my first taste of parenting, and then with the older ones, and I'll admit, I was a shit stepdad. What I thought I was doing right, I wasn't. And it was hard because they still see their dad every weekend. Like he's very active in their life. So it made it really fucking hard. There was obviously no other help from the other side as well. Like she just. So obviously I was in a pretty dark place for quite some time. I'd watched and observed a lot of like mental health, men's mental health, blokes advice, like all these pages, and watching how people who are asking for help and the responses that were coming, I didn't feel safe, I suppose is the word to use, to post anything. And I was still stuck. Pretty much when I didn't have my kids, I would sit in my chair, have dark thoughts in my camping chair at home because I didn't have a couch at the time, and just binge watch TV. And then watching the dad's page for I think I watched it for 5 weeks. And I realized when people were asking for help, they were receiving help. They weren't receiving shit, basically. And yeah, that's when I ended up reaching out to the page. I put that anonymous post up.
That's how it starts.
Mm.
It is exactly how it starts, and it was how it had to start because I
did it.
obviously life is, if you want to get forward in life, you have to be uncomfortable. If you're comfortable, you don't move.
100%.
So
Where
I
the
just
growth
went.
is.
Well, it just got to a point where my head was so dark, and it was like, I need to do this, or for my kids. I'm going to say my kids mainly, but obviously for myself. So yeah, I ended up putting that post up, and people just reached out straight away. And I always have an expectation of responses. Like I just think of lots of avenues of way things could happen, and pretty much it was exactly what I sort of expected. And then one of the guys mentioned the barbecue, and because for a long time I've been very solitary, very lonely. Excuse me. And in a lot of ways, I didn't want people around me. I don't know why.
Well, we get comfortable in our own silence, really,
Yeah,
which isn't a good thing, but it happens.
it does happen. And then one of the dads was like, "Hey, look, how about I pick you up? I'll drag you along. I'll bring you to the barbecue, and if you feel uncomfortable, we'll leave." So yeah, Mason picked me up, brought me to that first barbecue. And then, as uncomfortable as it felt, obviously the main man, Stephen, he picked up who I was straight away, because whether you're anonymous or not, the admins can see who is posting anonymous, obviously safety reasons primarily.
That's right. Well, it means that we can reach out to people
Yeah.
before we approve the posts.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if a post comes through anonymous and it's really quite serious,
Yeah.
they might not need to go public. They just might need somebody to reach out to them.
Just straight away,
Yeah.
which makes sense.
Yeah.
Which makes perfect sense, and that's what's needed. And then after that, yes, I felt very fucking uncomfortable that first night, and it's weird because I've always liked my back to the wall. It's, I don't know what you call it. You sit in a restaurant, I've got to have my back to the wall where I can see all fucking angles.
It's me too.
Yeah. See, the only time I don't ever feel that is if I'm with my best mate.
Mm.
We surf together, we join up together. he's got my back. I'd kill for that man. He, you know, vice versa, you know. And then ended up taking my kids to the next one. And then they loved it so much. Even before the end of the night, my oldest said, "Thank you, Dad." And I was like, "What for, son?" He's like, "Can we come every Friday? I love being here." And then actually brought a tear to my eye. Actually still fucking, I kind of want to cry about it now, thinking about it, how happy it made him, but also him seeing Dad, some sort of light shining through, I suppose, because he could see how dark I was.
Yeah.
A lot of the time previous, he's like, "Get out of your head, Dad."
Yeah.
They just fucking know.
Yeah, they do, man.
I don't even say anything.
Well,
But
I guess the thing is, like, this is what we keep saying about the dads community.
Yeah.
It's that, you know, like, it's like a lot of people, they just sit back and watch and they don't dip their feet in because they're anxious or they're scared about judgment or all of that. But here you are, a guy who was going through this whole like male loneliness thing.
Yeah.
And then you found something, and even though you felt uncomfortable, and even though you felt anxious about it, you've dove in there, and balls deep, you know, and look at the effect it's having on you now.
Oh,
and,
it's
you know,
massive.
and you know, this ripple effect is like, you know, you throw the stone in the pond, and has this ripple effect, and then that goes out to your kids, and then that goes out to heaps of different things.
Yeah,
you know?
well, I just started throwing myself out there. Like I said, I got sick of sitting in that chair. That's literally all I was doing. I was procrastinating.
Yeah.
And like I was saying earlier about, you know, if you're not going to be uncomfortable, it's quite easy just to circle and fester in your own shit.
That's right.
Like,
And now you're playing futsal on a Thursday night. You come to the running group
Running
on every
club.
Second Tuesday night.
yep, every Sunday,
And-
I don't have my kids. I do the hikes,
Yeah.
except the last one we did the rise. I've had 2 breathwork sessions.
Yeah.
Um,
Through Sammy, who
Through
was
Sammy.
Through
yeah,
Sammy boy,
fucking
he-
man.
he's
One of
fucking
our-
good, isn't he?
and I can't wait to do more.
Yeah.
Because I know, as you've learnt now from my story, I've still got a long way to go. But,
Yeah, man.
you know, it was getting annoying to the point where I could just talk about things and I wasn't actually dealing with it. Whereas meeting
Yeah.
this page and meeting everyone in it, firstly, it saved my life and it's saved my soul.
Yeah.
Because now I've actually made friends. Now I'm actually getting out, you know.
Yeah.
I've got other guys checking in on me. I check in on others. Like it's, and my week's very full of doing shit.
Which is great.
Which is way better than sitting at home on the TV.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
You just
Yeah.
got, like you said, you just got to take that first little bit of uncomfortableness.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that's all it takes.
And like we've said plenty of times on the podcast before, you know, like this podcast wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the DC, for the dads community.
No.
And, you know, this is why we draw on a lot of guys from the dads community because, you know, everybody joins for a different reason.
Yep.
But we've all got the same thing in mind. That, you know, we're all dads, we all want to connect.
And
And
we all just want to get better.
we all want to be better.
That's
better
all it
guys.
is. That's what
Yeah.
it's all about,
Absolutely.
man. Just
Yeah.
people giving their 2 cents, helping the next person. You know, and
That's
like
it.
we've always said, if it's just one person that's helped, then so be it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah, man.
kind of mission accomplished. But yeah, like what you said, man. I sat from the sidelines for a while, and I think I put up an anonymous post. I remember I was sitting in a car park, fucking crying, and Stephen reached out. So, and I had a laugh with him about the dad's community. I'm like, no, man, I don't want to go there and fucking hold hands and sing Kumbaya. And he had to chuckle, and I always say it to him, and he often brings it up, and it's like, yeah, it's not like that at all. You can go there, you can talk about your shit if you want to do it. If you don't, you fucking sit there and have a laugh like you're all just mates, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
You know, it's
That's
just
it.
a safe space. That's
And
exactly
you
what
know,
it
you
is.
feel it out, and if one day you want to share, people are going to listen.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
And
Yeah,
that's,
because you're always going to listen to someone else's shit, like, you know.
That's
yeah.
it.
It's
That's it.
it's all about like what Stephen says, man. It's just a community that just holds space for other people.
Yeah.
You know,
and how
it's-
comfortable, it's crazy how comfortable it becomes so quickly.
Yeah,
If you let it,
that's right.
yeah, you have to let it.
Yeah, you have to be prepared to open up. Well, not necessarily open up, but
Be open to the
present.
idea of it.
Yeah, present to the idea of it.
Yeah.
You know, even if dad showed up and sat, you know, came to 3 barbecues and didn't say a fucking word, but they listened
right.
to everybody else, they are going to open up at some point because they're going to realize that there is no judgment.
We've definitely had dads do that.
Yeah.
You know, because I've been going for a long time now to these Friday night barbecues, and you know, I've seen many dads come and go, and I've seen, we get the regular pieces of furniture that turn up every week, and
I'm part of that now.
yeah, and you know, but yeah, I've seen dads just come along and just, you know, sit at the end of the table and kind of, you know, just partake in you know, very small chitter chatter.
Yep.
But you can see that it's what they need at the time. They just
Yeah.
need to feel normal for a minute. They just need to feel surrounded by some people,
A part of
and
something.
you know, they just need to, you know, yeah, and that's it, man. And you know, well done for, you know, coming along and getting fully involved, because you've done exactly what the community is set up for.
Yeah.
Is be able to just get involved with all of the things. You know, there's no reason why you have to sit at home and be lonely when you're part of the community, because you literally can just go and join in on anything that is available.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, see, the crazy thing is, even since I left the military, I've not had anything like this at all.
Yeah. And that's what Matt Tolson was saying in his episode. He was saying that he'd tried a whole bunch of different things, but this was the first thing that he tried in the civvy world.
Yeah.
And he was actually impressed
Yeah, with how.
by it.
Yep.
Oh,
know?
yeah, absolutely.
And so, yeah. And, you know, and to be fair, it's not just for dads. And, you know, like if you're a dude and you need, you know, you're lonely and you need some connection, it's there.
Yep.
You know, come along. Yeah. Yeah.
Even upcoming dads that they're going
That's
to be
right.
a dad.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. There's lots of advice and things that a lot of us dads would do differently.
Oh, yeah, fucking
You know,
absolutely.
so you know, and I found myself giving some advice on last Friday of just the things that I would have done differently, like you know, that I've learnt now only from reading,
Yeah.
reading something that doesn't have pictures in it.
Oh my God.
Oh my god, I'm so learned.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, no,
learned.
it's a great community. It is, and you know, even if you go there for 2 or 3 weeks in a row and then you don't show face for another 4, it's just like walking back in there.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. It's still going to be there.
No, it's a juggernaut.
That's it, man.
It is. It's an absolute
That's it.
juggernaut, and it's making a big difference in a lot of men's lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, even my kids have noticed it. You know, I know if I said we're not going to the barbecue, they would be pissed and there'd be fucking tantrums for days.
Well, I've used it as a
Because
punishment.
they love it.
I said,
Have you?
Yeah, I said to them tonight this week. I said, you know, Mum's not here, and I said, you know, if you don't do the right thing, it's my birthday, and you know, Frank, Matt's daughter's birthday, and we're going to be there, and there's going to be cake and cupcakes, and you're not going to come with me to
That's right, it
celebrate.
is too. This Friday, yes, he talked about that on Sunday.
Yeah, so yep, there you go. It's another weapon in the arsenal.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Well,
That's
Arsenal.
it.
Well, even like
Arsenal.
the Sunday walks. I love the fact that those walks are on the weekends that I have the boys. Because now they have to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they love going. Yeah, they love it.
Gets them out and about.
Even my dog loves it. Even my dog loves the fucking barbecue.
Yeah.
In fact, all the kids love my dog now.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
right.
It's at that point now where he's just not even a lead, and the kids are just like, "Can we go play?" Yep.
Yep.
He just goes off with them and throws the ball.
There you go, everyone. It's good for your pets too.
That's it, man. That's it. That's
Your
it.
fur babies.
Well, thanks
As long
so
as they're
much.
trained enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it, man. That's it. Well, thanks so much for coming along, bro.
No, thank you.
Thanks
And,
for
It's
Um,
very
sharing.
off the cusp.
No, thanks for
You
sharing,
said
man.
you said at the start you felt a bit nervous. So how do you feel now?
Great.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to
Great.
get it off your chest, man. And
Well, like I said to you, I was still very keen to come on to your show
yeah.
and tell my story.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you know, it's an interesting, everyone's got an interesting story.
Yep.
But yeah, like leading to where it's, I'm not going to say ended, but I'm going to say where it's begun.
That's it,
Now-
mate.
That's it.
And it's weird because ever since watching your whole lot of podcasts in 1 week, it's not a journey anymore. I'm now on a quest, and that's all it's fucking become is a quest. And even when I find myself saying journey, I auto correct myself
Yep.
to
Yeah.
quest.
Yeah.
It's become ingrained.
Nice.
There's only one person we didn't really correct, wasn't
Oh
there?
yeah, there's been a couple.
Yeah.
There's been a couple. But yeah, man, no, awesome, bro. Thanks for coming on, man. We
Yeah, thanks for
appreciate
sharing,
it.
man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Thank
having
you for being honest and
and
sharing your
And
journey,
just to
your
be
quest.
My
just to
quest.
be transparent to the herd, we have had a couple of technical issues tonight. So if you do see it kind of cut in or cut out, or it jumps from
Frame.
sitting in one way or not,
Let me just check the.
Yes,
It's
from my
de-
legs crossed to my leg on the table
This has
instantaneously.
definitely been that most the longest unofficial episode.
Yeah. So, but if you like what we do, remember, like, comment, subscribe, share, tune in, follow us on Facebook.
And if you want to share your story,
Instagram,
jump on.
Yeah, if you've got a what ripped your undies and you want me to read it out,
Oh, yeah.
then I'm more than happy to do so. If you want to be on the podcast, reach out to us through any of our social media
Socials.
avenues, and we'd be grateful to have you.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome, guys. Peace out.
Real talk. We're putting it all on the table. You know what to do.